Good morning, everybody. Welcome back for installment of Scott's Selections here for Monday, December 16th. For again, today's play of the day. Quick recap what happened yesterday. Picked up a loss in the NFL with Adam Thielen over 52.5 receiving yards and minus 110 on FanDuel. Pretty annoying loss there as Thielen had 51 yards with 12 minutes left in the game. Carolina was getting killed, so garbage time script was perfect, and they just never threw him the ball. He got one more target after that. It was the interception. Point is, though, Thielen needed 2 yards for about an entire quarter. They didn't throw it to him, and we picked up a loss. So pretty annoying there. Look for a winner here on Monday. For the next play, though, I want to remind everyone, the more plays on the website. So you can go to the website, use the promo code WEH4U5 to get a quarter for purchase. Plus a reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the bell, so notified, never miss an episode. And for the actual play, going to Monday Night Football, one of the two games on the card. Look at the early one between the Bears and the Vikings, taking place at around 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And for this game, to go with Caleb Williams over 33.5 pass attempts at minus 105 on BetMGM. Time recording of 7 a.m. Eastern Time. So a couple reasons why I'm going to go with the over pass attempts here for Williams. First reason, he has had a lot of pass attempts recently, mainly because of how bad the Bears are and how they get blown out all the time. But he has attempted at least 39 passes in 2 of the last 3 games, and he has attempted at least 39 passes in 2 of his last 3 road games. So I do think with this being the case, he might end up having to throw a lot in this game. They're looking at the previous meeting, which was a couple weeks ago, which Minnesota did win in overtime. Williams in that game had 47 pass attempts, and 46 of them were in regulation. So overtime didn't really add much to the total, but Williams had to throw a lot because Minnesota is very good against the run, and they kind of had to abandon it, not to mention the fact that Chicago was trailing for a decent portion of that game. So I do think with 47 pass attempts in the first meeting, 33.5 is too low. Then Minnesota's run defense is great, allowing the second fewest rushing yards per game and the second fewest rushing yards per carry. So I do think Chicago might have to abandon the run early in this game, and Minnesota, despite being great against the run, is really bad against the pass. The Vikings are allowing the most pass attempts per game and the third most passing yards per game, which of course is correlated, one, because Minnesota's good, so a lot of teams do play from behind, but also because Minnesota's a pass funnel, pass defense not great, and the run defense is very good. So I think that Chicago might once again throw the ball a lot in this game based on how to exploit this Vikings defense and how other teams have done so during the course of the season. Plus, Minnesota is favored by 7 points at home, so garbage time stat padding might play a factor in the fourth quarter. Minnesota also, despite being a great team, is not great at actually draining clock. And I think with that being the case, you might see the Bears get the ball a decent amount despite trailing. And I think that should result in a lot of pass attempts throughout the course of the 60 minutes. Plus, Minnesota, of course, does play in a dome, so weather will not be a factor in this game. But you're going to give me a guy who's had at least 39 passes in 2 of the last 3 games. He had 47 against this team a couple weeks ago in the first meeting. And the Vikings, of course, are a pass funnel. They will basically dare you to throw the ball the entire time because they are great against the run. And I do think with that being the case, they're looking at a spot where Caleb should, whether the script goes, I'd say, well or poorly for the Bears, whether they're competitive or whether they're not, Williams should find a path to at least 34 pass attempts. And at minus 105, I think the price is a bit too cheap. I think he'll finish somewhere around 38 if I had to guess. But once again, Minnesota having a very solid offense with all the weapons they have with Jefferson and with Addison, etc. I think that the Bears might have to keep pace. I think Caleb will be forced to attempt a lot of passes because of it. So give me the over as a result. So once again, the play of the day here for Monday, December 16th is going to be on Caleb Williams over 33.5 pass attempts at minus 105 on BetMGM. Bye, everyone.